Hi everyone. We, the students of Wellington Business Design Batch, are here to present an interesting case study. In this video, we will discuss a demand forecasting solution provided by Mu Sigma in the wake of COVID-19 unpredictability. Mu Sigma is an Indian consulting firm, also known as decision sciences firm, majorly implementing data analytics. Mu Sigma serves more than 140 of the Fortune 500 companies. This case study that we are discussing today is related to a major medical devices manufacturing and pharmaceuticals company. Based on the customer profile of Mu Sigma and the list of Fortune 500 companies of 2021, our best guess is that the company could be Abbott or Stryker.
The problem statement is the manufacturer's business process responsible for demand forecasting of multiple product lines began to further significantly as they were not designed to predict the COVID-19 impact.
So the gap has identified by the organization is the lack of methods to accurately forecasting demand by accounting for COVID-19 factors and recovery trends. Some of the other problems in the industry that we have identified in COVID-19 situation. So the number one is almost 80% of medical equipments in the country are imported. Most companies in the Indian medical equipment market cannot produce without importing the raw materials. Second, the most imported products come through passenger aircraft, but as the operation of passenger aircraft has completely halted, now they are coming through cargo aircraft at the frequency of only once in 12 to 15 days. Third, even if the small part is unavailable, the end product cannot be made, and eventually low demand has forced companies to cut down or stop the production. To bridge this gap, Mu Sigma has designed the solution in two phases. So the phase one, they have identified the recovery shape across regions which covered countries as well as states to effectively capture recent trends in data using machine learning models. Here, key factors included such as lockdown strength, lockdown length, number of active cases, death rate, reproductivity index, and government policy as well. And in phase two, they developed a COVID-19 forecast simulator as self-serve simulator tool to help the client mitigate the underlying risk owing to COVID-19 situation. The right mix of a statistical model, machine learning, and business inputs was used to enable accurate forecasting for clients. Using an advanced sensing framework, which includes some intelligence layer like data procurement, QC framework, and data preparation for modeling. Incorporation of relevant COVID-19 features which could potentially affect demand signals, algorithm to focus the demand numbers at requisite levels, warehouse encompassing relevant data for the visualization layer. And now the Aditi take over.
Next slide. Okay, so coming to the next aspect of the phase two, UI front end. So a simplified user-friendly interface was developed to help business users in demand planning. The goal of demand planning is to strike a balance between having sufficient inventory levels to meet the customer needs without having a surplus. User interactive front end, which maximizes user experience through responsive, user-friendly, and interactive design, forms the basic encapsulation of this tool. The user was enabled with the ability to stimulate the forecasting factors such as level of competition, price of goods, level of technology, economic viewpoint, etc. User was then able to visualize the potential results as required. Next slide. So coming to simulation tool. So with rapid modeling simulation tools, companies can use simulation modeling as an analytics tool for predicting what can or will happen as a result of decision across the enterprise. The role of simulation is expanding to expert information and predict the impact of change at all levels of the businesses. So in this case, a web app was then developed which allowed the users to tweak potential features and visualize its impact accordingly. Some of the tool features are Google level reporting. The user can simulate numerous factors and visualize potential scenarios as discussed in the above pointer. Also, ability to download forecast outputs and integrate it into another systems as needed. The Agile tool can be scaled across other areas and teams, strengthening the future of the in-house centralized capability of the company. Next slide. So, coming to the impact of the proposed solution, usage of structured framework helped the Mu Sigma's client respond to the shock event and enable them to land on their feet post-crisis by strengthening their supply chain. The new prototype model has been developed based on a demand sensing framework, which accounts for casual factors that the naive models cannot account for. The new model helped achieve 35 to 40% improved forecast accuracy in predicting product demand. Effective governance structure, enhanced digitalization, and a continuous feedback mechanism will be vital in the successful implementation of the framework, especially during the continued or expected business disruption from COVID-19. Adarsh, you may continue.
So to sum things up, the global health supply chains community's ability to forecast demand for health commodities has not been at par. This is mainly due to the unequal distribution of risk across the participants of healthcare supply chain. Hence, not all participants have incentives aligned towards better forecast for critical products and services. This has resulted in higher cost, frequent shortages, and viability of investing in scientific research and development. So talking about the future scope, the demand for healthcare equipment has increased due to the infectious disease, which is COVID-19. Forecasting of these increasing demands has allowed us to plan and manage our resources effectively. For this purpose, statistical and artificial intelligence-based forecasting models play an important role for the prediction of increased or decreased demand of medical equipments during COVID times. Predictive analysis, key components to predictive analytics is more and different data. So we need platforms, the structure and visibility to collect the data we need. We need new ways and methods to process that data. We need to turn that data into insights quicker with less latency. In short, we need machine learning. The impact of COVID-19 was sudden and unforeseen shock to markets. The initial lack of data made it impossible for any business to create reliable forecasts in response to the new situation. Machine learning's speed in responding to the changes circumstances thrown out by COVID-19 gives it a clear advantage over traditional approaches. Thank you.